and the ag industry coming together to celebrate cattle production and showcasing new products and services at the NCBA convention. One of those joining me now, AGCO Corporation in attendance here as well. And in studio is this morning a great friend here, North American Vice President of Marketing, Alistair Mclelland. Thanks for joining us. Good to have you folks here.
Great to be here.
Long
Thank
history
you.
with AGCO on RFD-TV and rural radio. You have a long history, I'm hearing, way back from the earlier days with Massey Ferguson. A lot of changes through the years, but as we focus on cattle, it's always been a focus of AGCO through the years, hasn't it, Alistair?
It has, and I've been in the company a long time. Hard to believe I'll celebrate 29 years with the company on February the 8th, so it's coming up soon.
How about that?
And Massey Ferguson, I started there before AGCO acquired Massey Ferguson, always had a strong connection with the cattle industry, the dairy industry, mainly because the tractors that Massey produce are very well suited for those segments, robust, heavy-duty utility tractors. And then more recently, since the inception of AGCO, 1991, we acquired the Heston brand and the Heston product line, pretty much recognized around the world as the industry leader in hay production, hay quality, and obviously that's an important factor for the cattlemen of the world. And then more recently, we've kind of reinvigorated our connection with the industry. We've renewed our sponsorship of the National Finals Rodeo, which Heston was doing back in the 70s, and we've started that, and we've been sponsoring that for the last 5 or 6 years, and continue to develop and invest in advancing our hay products, which is not just about producing better machines, but it's producing more productivity for the cattlemen out there.
Very good. I've been out to Heston, met the folks out there several times here. Now, you talk about AGCO and you talk about the indicators, the trends that you follow. How does that, what do you take into account when you're considering that and then tying it to the cattle industry?
Well, in general, for the ag markets, we're trying to follow the trends in terms of commodity prices and what the demand is going to be for machinery. That's what drives our production levels. It's been a tough couple of years in ag generally, and I think for the cattle industry as well, prices have been a little bit depressed. I think there's some signs of encouragement, just listening to your earlier reports, prices edging up.
Exactly,
which is good. Herds seem to be on the increase as well, and obviously the more cattle that's out there, the more feeding that's required and the more demand there will be for our products. So we try to keep, we're not ag economists, but we do try to keep up to date with the basic trends in the industry, which we think are trending in the right direction right now.
Exactly. And it's all about meeting the need of, in the case of the cattlemen here at the NCBA, meeting their needs and a lot of the new products and innovations. We'll talk about that in a minute, but it's all about answering the needs that you hear from the marketplace.
That's absolutely correct. And it's all about, as I said, it's not just building a machine. Our machines are very good. We think they're the best in the industry. They've got to be reliable, they've got to be efficient, they've got to do the job that's required. But more importantly, and we spend a lot of time making sure that as we develop machines, they are focused on the productivity of the user. And in the cattle world, dairy world, it's all about the quality of the hay that we produce, cutting it, packing it, making sure that we retain the nutrition value in those products so that obviously we get the most nutrition possible into the cattle out there, and big focus on that.
Now, what about as you know, producers always want to know, hey, what's new, Alistair, and coming up in the AGCO line? Can you share anything, kind of give us a little peek?
Well, my colleague Dean Morrell will be speaking to you later. He'll get more into the product-specific stuff. We don't want to reveal any of our new product introductions here today live. So I'll just leave it that we continue to invest very heavily to maintain our leadership in hay equipment, and we have a lot of new products in the pipeline which will be coming to market in the next 12, 18 months or so. So we're very excited about the Heston brand and maintaining our leadership in that segment.
With website, I'm sure, where our viewers and listeners can go to learn more about the great company.
That would be our corporate site, and you can find all of our brands there, which is www.agcocorp.com.
Very good. Happy 29th anniversary coming up here.
Thank you very much.
Alistair, you bet. Absolutely. Again, another example here of all the great friends joining us here in studio. This is AGCO Vice President of Marketing, Alistair Mclelland, joining us in studio. And you can learn more, as he mentioned, about AGCO and their great products, agcocorp.com.